I'm upset. No disrespect, respectfully. But disrespectfully, it's disrespect. Don't be disrespectful. Those vile, disgusting Spartans. Poor little girl, man. And I'm gonna tell them where I'm at. That vile, disgusting cesspool in Columbus. The other state. And of course, as always, I'm upset. So here's the thing, man. We got a great show lined up tonight. A Michigan target, 4-star athlete out of Virginia, Mr. Jaziel Hart is with us tonight. We're going to be talking everything regarding recruitment, his season, all of that stuff. Get your questions ready. With no further ado, Mr. Jaziel Hart, golf claps, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Hey. What's going on? Your video sideways.
Oh, my fault.
So
here we go.
Here we go. Jaziel, man, thank you for coming on, joining us here today. You recently released a top 6. Was it top 6
yes,
schools?
Sir, top 6.
Michigan was obviously part of that, man. Tell us why Michigan was part of that top 6.
Well, first, can you hear me clear?
Yes,
hear you very clear.
All right. Michigan was top of that part 6 because, one, they make me feel at home. They show the love. That was one of the big offers, especially coming off a national championship. So that was a lot of respect for them to come recruit me. I was actually going to sleep when they gave me my call, and then I seen a number. I'm like, I knew it was recruiting time, so I had to pick up the call, and it was Coach Lamar Morgan, and it was a special gift to be able to receive that offer that day.
Absolutely.
No, definitely. Yeah, man. So listen, man, you know me, look, we know where you at right now, man, but I want to dive a little deeper.
Okay.
Man, how was it for you growing up, man? How did you get into football, and why is it your first love, man?
Well, football is my first love because my big brother and my older cousin, Ron White, and my big brother, Jaziel Hart. Yeah, we got close names, Jaziel and Jaziel. So, back then we used to play the game called Smear the Queer, where it's one versus everybody else, So that's the original game we played. And my cousin told me, if you run fast, they won't hit you. So football's always been in the family, Like my brother played. Started off at like 6 years old, and I started off about 5 to 6 years old. So it's really been in my blood. It's been I came out there, my first touchdown, I told my mom was gonna score the first time I got the ball. And this was when we was running from like the 20-yard line. Since we're so young, we can't even use the full field yet.
Right.
I scored and shit. From there on, she said she knew I was special. So that's really how it started. But yeah, being in the backyard, all my neighborhood friends would come to our backyard since we had an open field. We played tackle football, sometimes even in the roads at times. Like it was just football is football. Like we all came out together. Most of my cousins, like we run with a big diverse family. So
right.
I come from a lot of cousins, and yeah, we just have fun as a childhood.
Dope.
Beautiful.
Yes, I see on a lot of your stuff that you play both ways, corner and wide receiver. Is that true?
I do.
So what do you enjoy of each of those? How do you feel being able to play both sides gives you an advantage playing that position? And are you being recruited just as a cornerback, or have there been any talks about being able to showcase all your skills?
There is some coaches. There are some places that have allowed me to that have said that I could play both sides of the ball at their universities. So that's been a gift. Like, how Travis Hunter is. I've always dreamed to play both sides of the field. Like, I've never been that player who was okay with coming off the field no matter what team I was on. I wanted to play both sides. Like, I enjoy doing that. I don't like coming off the field because I felt like as a priority, I needed to be on the field to be a leader. And especially with the team we had, we were elite at the young age, winning consistently. So taking the first loss as a kid was a tough one. But yeah, playing both sides is a gift. That's a gift into me, especially like being conditioned that much. I feel like track has helped me with that as well. And my favorite thing about playing wide receiver is, scoring the touchdowns. That's what most people love to see. A quarterback throw a deep ball and they make the play. But at DB, it's the pressure and the IQ I get to play with. I watch everything a wide receiver does, and I get to play that position as well. So I look at the small stuff like how a wide receiver comes out, how he comes out to the line. Like, is he spinning on his gloves to see if he's going to catch the ball or not? Is he excited? Has his emotion changed? Is he looking at the coach or looking inside? Has he changed up anything? All those small stuff would tell me if this guy's getting the ball or not. So that pressure, especially with being, say I lock this guy up all game and then he gets one play on me. All right, now it's I'm trash and then so the pressure at DB is great for me. I love that part.
We just had a pretty great Wolverine legend who went from wide receiver to corner, and he's now tearing things up in the NFL, Mikey Samerstill.
Yes, sir.
And I've heard him talk about the same way, that how his experience at wide receiver gives him the insight to know what's coming and know what the receiver's thinking and what he's seeing, and being able to to adjust.
Yes, it really does. Like, actually, like you can really run the route for him, if I'm being honest, because like how far he's lined up. Like, if he's lined up so far out, he only can run a couple of things. You got to break it down to if he runs a slant, if he's running a slant out there, or a dig, he's only can run a certain amount of routes how far he's lined out. And if he's tight, that means he could be a corner or a fade, or just I'm breaking down the routes he could do first, and then I'll run his route for him.
That's amazing. Also, being a wide receiver yourself, having that experience on the offensive side of the ball, you obviously see the offensive plays that your team runs, that your coach runs, and all of that. Since you've been playing football, route concepts even come into play too, right? Like, levels and things like that. So it is definitely a great tool to have, to be able to play both sides of the ball.
It is. It really is.
Yeah. That said, I saw it's not just receiver and corner for you. They use you all over the place. Running back. We saw you at running back. And not just in coverage, right? We've seen you blitz the quarterback and stuff like that. What is your favorite? Okay, so if catching a deep touchdown is your favorite on offense, what's your favorite thing to do on defense? Like, what are you celebrating the most on defense?
Oh, pick six easily.
Absolutely.
Come on, like I remember we was playing at Lang Shores, and the coach screams at the kid that's in front of me. No, he brings in a new kid who was one of the probably best players. I remember his number 8, and he brings him in. And then the kid comes out to line up against me, and the coach gives me these eyes, and I look right at him, and he looks at his wide receiver and does this right here. Me knowing all my signs and everything, I did it right back at him, knowing he's running a whip route. Right. So, and they tested me, and that was a pick straight to the crib.
Nice.
I had to post that one. That's one of my first highlights.
So, two-part question here. One, right? Who do you look up to in the NFL? Like, who's your favorite players? And two, when you're a wide receiver, who you think you most resemble as a wide receiver, and as a cornerback, who you think you most resemble as a cornerback?
Okay. At a cornerback, I resemble mostly, I feel like Patrick Surtain or Jair Alexander. I do watch a lot of Travis Hunter as well, since he's the top player in college football and plays both sides of the ball. So those 3 players on defense as a DB is who I look up to the most. You have the legends like Jalen Ramsey, and you have Sauce Gardner as well, who are also great cornerbacks. But I look at Patrick Surtain and Jair Alexander, especially because, 1, I'm a Green Bay fan, and 2, he's a great DB. So, and as a wide receiver, I've always looked up to Odell Beckham. He's always been that one hand. I was always that type of kid who I even dyed my hair that color before. I'll be honest. Like, it is crazy. It is crazy to say, but he was my favorite player. But if I'm being honest, going into the next level and everything, at where I'm at wide receiver, I would say Jeremiah Smith is somebody I look up to. Him being a freshman and doing what he's doing is something I want to be able to do. Get my name out there at the freshman level and be one of the best.
Absolutely. Unfortunately, That team won the national championship last
Yeah.
night too. But that's a good he is dominant. He has dominated college football this year as a freshman for sure.
It's okay though. It's okay though if Jaziel ends up committing to Michigan, he can come in and he can shut Jeremiah Smith down.
There we
go.
100%. 100%.
1,000%.
There you
Let's
go.
go.
So, Jaziel, also, have you taken any visits yet to any of these schools?
Oh yes. I've been to Michigan twice now. Great place. You know, my favorite thing about it is the brick. I'll be honest, like that original stadium they have, especially with that locker room. How even Tom Brady, like great legends, Jabril Peppers, other legends who have played in that stadium, and they kept it like that. I know they've done a new upgrade to the athletic building for sure, and they got a locker room in there, and that looks amazing. I got to see that as well on my second visit down there. But I'll be going to Indiana on the 2nd and Penn State this weekend. So I've been to Penn State about 3 times, I'm pretty sure. 2 since they're closer. Tennessee about 2 or 3 times since they're closer. So it is hard to make it out to Michigan, but Michigan's done their thing recruiting me.
So you really were impressed with the history and the tradition with Michigan Stadium. I'm curious, what sticks out to you, or maybe impresses you? I don't want to speak for you about our coaching staff. Lamar Morgan, I see, is obviously one of your direct contacts with Michigan. Like, what stands out to you in your recruitment with Coach Morgan?
Well, the main thing is the first day he told me is he likes dogs. He likes people who's been through like a lot of things, and he likes people who's an overcomer, and also he likes kids who just play all around. You have to be able to learn different positions as well, and he says that the second year that you play, you have to be able to know 2 to 3 positions. So that's one thing I feel like I can do. And my favorite thing about it is he teaches people off their own techniques. He doesn't make you learn one certain technique and everybody plays it. He progresses you off your own technique that you like to do. If that's the catch technique or playing up press or however you even play your press, he's going to help you work off of your own technique instead of making you play this certain catch technique or this certain way of backpedaling or like the T-step or bicycle kick. He says the quickest way you can get to the ball is the quickest way you can get to the ball.
Like that.
So he wants to take your skills